Welcome back to the Awkward Anthony Hour with your boy, Awkward Anthony. Thank you. Thank you, yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, stop it, stop it. Stop it, you guys are all too kind. It was basically just any other summer day. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, but me and my boy didn't know that because we were indoors all day playing video games, as middle schoolers do. We would play Halo a lot, and we would start from level 1 and try to beat it in one day. 2 hours. So after a long, successful morning of playing video games, we decided that it was lunchtime. Well, I decided that it was lunchtime because I was kind of on the thicker side back then. So we were conversating for like 5 minutes, like trying to figure out where to go. Keaton was just like, "You wanna bust a mission to McDonald's?" Bust a mission. That's what all the cool kids used to say back then. So I was just like, "Yeah, let's bust a mission down to McDonald's." And so he's like, "Okay, cool, I'm gonna go across the street." He lived across the street from me. And he was like, "I'm gonna go get my ripstick, and I'll be right back." I was like, "Okay, cool, I'll just wait here." He pulls up, and I was just like, "Okay, let me get my ripstick." So I went to my house's little storage unit, like a few doors down, and it's so packed in there. It was like hard to get anything out, anything in. It was just insane. I finally get out my ripstick, and I'm just like, "Dude, look how fucking gangster I look." And then all of a sudden, he was just like, "Whoa, Anthony, stop! There's a Black Widow right there." And so, without even thinking, like, my instincts just kick in, and I just drop it. I'm just like, "Whoa, I don't want any part of that." So I drop my ripstick, and we're trying to look for the Black Widow because it disappeared. It was nowhere to be found. And so we're just like, "Okay, cool, we're good. We're good. Let's just ride." So we busted a mission down to McDonald's, and we pulled up, and it was kind of a long line. We ordered separately. Keaton did his order, he got his number, then he went to go sit down, right? That's how it goes. And so it was my turn to order. So I went up to the cash register lady, and I was just like, "I'll have 2 spicy McChickens, a large fry," and then I noticed that in my peripheral vision, there was like this little black string on my neck. I really didn't think anything of it because I was wearing a black shirt at the time. So I was just like, it's just one of those black strings, let me rip it off, because those are really annoying, right? No one likes those. And then, so as I was taking it off, I look, and there was the fucking Black Widow in my hand. It was on my neck, it was crawling on my neck, it was in my hand, dude. That 0.5 seconds that I had the Black Widow in my hand was the longest. It was so scary. So I threw that shit down, and then I stomped on it. And nonchalant, I just went back to my ordering. I was just like, "Yes, so that was a large fry and 2 spicy McChickens, and throw in a 10-piece. The funny thing is, there was a couple behind me. They could have been like, "Hey little boy, you kind of have a poisonous Black Widow crawling on your neck. You might want to get that off before, it fucking kills you." That would have been so helpful. So I got my number, I went to go sit down with Keaton, and I was just like, "Remember that Black Widow that we thought was long gone? Well, it was on my neck." And he was just like, "What? It was on your neck?" And I was just like, "Yeah, it was on my neck." So if you think about it, the whole ride from my house to McDonald's, the Black Widow was in my clothes. So ever since then, anytime I feel a little crawl on me, I just like get flashbacks. I freak the fuck out. I'm just like, "Oh my goodness." So if you ever like see me in public and I like spaz out for no reason at all, I'm not a tweaker, okay? I just think that there's a Black Widow on me. Whoa! Story's not done. Fast forward like 5 years later, I call up my homie Kevin, and I'm just like, "Yo, let's hang out tonight." And then he was all, "Yeah, bro, come on over." So I went to Kevin's house, and we're chilling in his backyard. We're having a good time. We're laughing. We're catching up. We're just sitting there in his backyard, and I feel this little crawl on my stomach, but I really didn't think anything of it because anytime there's a crawl on me, it's never a Black Widow. So I'm just like, it's not a Black Widow. It can't be. But just to be sure, I like did one of those little things with my shirt just to be sure, make sure anything got out. And you guessed it, there was another Black Widow in my clothes. So I yeeted that shit, and I was just like, "Oh my god, really, again?" And then Kevin was just like, "Was that a Black Widow?" And I was just like, "Yeah, it was a Black Widow. It happened to me again." And he was just like, "Again? What do you mean?" And then I was just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I never told you the story. I tell the story to everyone I encounter with. Even with the mall people that are working there. They're like, hey, you want your shoes clean? One time a Black Widow almost killed me. So, I've had 2 encounters with Black Widows. The scariest thing ever. I've always hated spiders, even before this, but now I just hate them even more. So yeah. So I really hope this doesn't happen to me again, and if it does, then what are you waiting for? Just bite me.